Yes, awesome. So yeah, we'll jump right into it. So this is our top 10 between the four of us of all time. So we all know, in the 80s, that's all I did was watch TV. I was literally like Bill Murray's character in Scrooge. I didn't do anything but watch TV. So this is actually hard. In reality, I can do like a top 60 because but you cannot get them all in. But as time goes on, these are my top 10. And I'm going to throw the first curveball in here by going vintage because I still own all this entire collection on DVD. Everybody knows this. They don't get enough credit. So without further, number 10 is The Three Stooges. I cannot tell you, this is my go-to show anytime I'm down. They never get old. Mo Howard has a million ways he could hurt you. I just think he'd have been great in MMA, but I just think these guys were amazing. If you ever get the chance to watch the first episode, you'll see kind of a hint of what's coming, but it was kind of almost a play. The first couple episodes were almost like a play. They kind of didn't have their groove. And for everybody knows, now we have all these sound effects. These guys did this live in theater. And there was only one way to get a slap effect to go through the audience. These guys really hit each other. So when they actually got to the golden age of television here, then not actually have to hit each other. They could put sound effects in. Yeah, because they would go home and have to basically take Tylenol and drop some whiskey to get themselves back for the next day, almost like professional wrestling. It's dark era. But I could go on forever. But Dave, I know you definitely had to at least check the Stooges out in your lifetime. Your thoughts?
Of course I have. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of it here and there. It's nostalgic and sentimental for me because my grandfather had stories of like going to see these serials at the movie theater, when he was a kid back in the 30s. And I just think you're right that it was such a precursor to like slapstick and physical comedy, and it's no surprise it took off the way it did in popularity. In the 1930s, it was the Great Depression. People needed a distraction. People needed something just fun and lighthearted, and this was that distraction for them.
Yep. Christina, is this your cup of tea at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've actually used to watch this with my dad, just for fun, but I never really got into it, but it was more of like a mom, dad and daughter thing.
Yeah, and I think they're cool because they're just 10, 15 minutes short. So I just think, like, if you're flipping through the TV, like, only have 15 minutes of Stooges are on, like, yeah, I need to see some buffoons. And when you really looked at their characters, I thought it was, now that I'm older and I'm a filmmaker, these were like, yeah, you just think of them smacking each other and all that. But these were like three guys you really felt bad for because they kept coming up with ideas for jobs and businesses, and they truly believed they could do it. And that's what kind of made it sad. It's like, no, you guys are a disaster, but you guys keep trying. So
they're like the Jackass from like whenever that came out, They're the Jackasses of that time.
And Scotty, this is a good one because we're all from America here. Did Three Stooges like make it over there, or is it kind of something they didn't care? Nothing.
No, to be honest, no. I've heard of them because I know Americans, but I've never actually seen it. So I was just like, I don't know that one.
Gotcha. No, I think it's kind of cool to get outside of America's point of view because I'm wondering between David, Christina's, and mine's like list here, like if half of them you're gonna be like head scratchers, like no, because I especially know worldwide American comedy. If you put that in Europe, it's not funny. If you take Europe, put it here, it's not because what reality comes down to is between the four. What is funny? That's a whole other thing too.
There's cultural differen's, as to
do you get the joke?
Yeah.
Making fun of the president compared to making fun of the prime minister. If you don't know what's going on, you're like,